All right. For more on all of this, joining us is my dear friend Newt Gingrich, former House Speaker and Fox News contributor. You know, Newt, I'm just saying, tell the comrades to stay home. Do us all a favor.
Well, no, I think they're doing us a great favor because they're coming out in the open. At one level, remember, they're becoming the amnesia party. They'd like you to forget whatever it is they said 2 days ago. And I think amnesia will be a big factor this fall. But they're setting up maybe the most decisive choice since William Jennings Bryan attacked McKinley. And Bryan, remember, stood for grass growing in the streets. He was against industrialization. He was against cities. And the country had a big decision. And at the end of the 1896 election, the country said, you know, we want modernity, we want prosperity, we want economic growth. They repudiated Bryan. And the fact is, we're in the same boat right now. If Trump and the Republicans run a team campaign and insist that the Democrats be a team, so that all the Democrats are basically trapped together, they all stand, whatever they say back home, they all stand for putting in power people who are destructive of virtually everything America believes in. And I think if that election can happen this fall, you're going to see a remarkable outcome. And you're going to see, I think, the Democratic Party deeply isolated from most Americans and maybe not capable of competing for power for a generation or more.
I mean, they want to tear down the economy. They want to tear down our culture. They want to tear down our constitutional institutions as well. Interestingly, Newt, we have a quote, maybe you saw this, from Hillary Clinton. Okay, trying to warn Democrats. Here's Hillary Clinton as some kind of hero. Now, hang on. Here comes the quote.
The real fight will be how do we make sure that people who voted for Haley feel comfortable voting for Abdul El-Sayed, and how do we get independents to feel comfortable? And you can see that it's not just about Michigan, but the Republican messaging is communist, socialist. It's going to be a very effective attack. And so people on the left have to be prepared to answer that and to be effective at answering it.
So, you know, people on the left have to be well prepared to answer it. You can run, but you can't hide. Now, here's the odd thing. I mean, I agree with you. This should be a gift to the GOP in the midterms. I agree. But. You've got Chuck Schumer embracing El-Sayed. El-Sayed's opponent, Congresswoman Stevens, who called him every name in the book and quoted all of the comrade-like things that you and I are talking about. So the next day, she endorses him, too. So the Democrats, you can't run away from it and endorse it at the same time, all right? That's the dilemma they're in.
I mean, look, I appreciate what Hillary's trying to say, but the fact is, this is who they have become. You know, Mondami reminds us every day that he stands for policies that are crazy. Hong, if she wins tomorrow, I mean, she may be the nuttiest candidate for governor in the entire country. You go to the average American and say, do you think we should abolish Thanksgiving because it was a genocidal event? And they'll just think you're nuts. Of course, historically, it was not a genocidal event. In fact, the Native Americans brought most of the food and helped create the event. But you have people like Hong, you have an entire wave of people who by any reasonable standard are crazy. And you and I have discussed this before. On the one hand, they stand for big government socialism, which simply doesn't work. But on the other hand, they have this whole series of values that by any reasonable standard, as President Trump said in the State of the Union, when he said these people are just crazy. And I thought, frankly, this weekend when the basketball player Freedom announced that he was now going to be eligible for the Women's National Basketball Association.
Right, perfect.
I thought it was a brilliant moment because here's a 6'11" guy who's saying, you want to allow people to decide who they are in terms of gender, fine. I've decided I'm a woman and I would love to play in the WNBA. Now, and there's not a single team in the WNBA which collectively could stop him. I mean, if all 5 of them jumped on him, they wouldn't stop him. And I think he illustrated the insanity
Right.
of what the Democratic Party has become.
And they won't, and just to stay on this for a moment, because it's very clever. I'm sure he's doing it as a goof, but he is making a point, as you suggested. The WNBA won't, they won't make a final statement on matters. They won't say one thing or another. And some of the leading players, I mean, some of the players know that men are different than women, but the rest of them don't seem to know that. Now, this is the Democratic Party's dilemma. They know this stuff is crazy. Hillary's right, okay, but they can't walk away from it. They won't walk away from it.
But just, yeah, I think part of it, I hesitate to say this because we've been friends for so many years and we've both been around so long. Part of it's generational. Hillary Clinton actually grew up at a time when people thought there were men and women.
Right. Right.
She grew up at a time when she thought people should work. The reason we should get welfare reform is her husband actually believed you should work.
Right.
I mean, in a lot of ways they were liberal, but they weren't insane.
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
they've been replaced by a generation which is, by I think any reasonable standard, nuts. You know, the one Democratic candidate who said the other day, she never worries about getting a napkin. She just wipes her hands on the American flag. Do you know how many Americans believe that that's the flag that their relatives died for?
Right.
And the kind of offense it is to have her say things. And yet she's now become a typical Democrat.
Now, one last point, though. One last point. You know, you've got a front page story in the Wall Street Journal today that the Republicans are losing their edge with voters on the economy. And the
Right.
polls, they're not awful, but they're not great either. I mean, so you've got this gift, this insanity, this Democratic craziness, this comradeship that's going on in the far reaches of the Democratic Netherlands. But what are you going to... GOP can do... I mean, they've got to do better on this.
Yeah, they have to, and I think they can. But let me also say, if this is a referendum on are you happy with where we are, the Republicans will lose. If this is a referendum on which of these two teams do you trust to create a better future, we're going to win in a landslide, which will be an enormous shock to people. And I think it's very important that it be a team election. It's very important across every single race that people point out. I don't care what you say back here at home. When you get to Washington, you're going to be part of a team that is insane.
Yeah. All right. I think they're going to have to make some hay at this Dallas midterm convention. They're going to have to message really, really well and then get the individual. I mean, people running for the House and Senate got to do their own messaging. Anyway, Newt Gingrich, thank you, sir, as always.